welcome to Longship Gaming. Today we are playing Earthborne Rangers. We are continuing our campaign. It's day 3. We've been fairly successful so far. We've done some traveling. We're up here at the Golden Shore. And where we left off last time, we had gotten a reward from a fisherman, gotten his vaulting rod. So when we camped, I swapped out the vaulting rod for the hiking stave that we had. So what this does has 2 vaults in it. It's got a good number of bonus icons here to use. Exhaust, use 1 vault, exhaust an obstacle, which is pretty good. And then response, when there are no vaults on this gear, discard it. But we can also use it to fish. So awareness plus conflict. Fish 2 if there is a water card in play, soothe 2 fatigue, and add 2 progress to a water card. So that can come in handy for getting our fatigue cards back in an efficient manner. And allows us to avoid obstacles. So pretty good. So we took out the 2 hiking staves and we're putting in the vaulting rods. So we'll shuffle this up in a minute. So we're moving on to day 3. So day 3 indicates here that there is an entry in the book that we need to read. It's been a beautiful stretch of weather, but by the looks of this, it's going to come to an end because the next 4 days are going to be downpour. So 94.1. There we go. If we've completed biscuit delivery, which we did. You yawn as you wake up on the trail and then sniff the air curiously. Something smells delicious. You look around your campsite and see, sitting on a rock, a hearty grain loaf and a stack of delicate sweetbreads, still warm and steaming. Someone hiked by while you were asleep and left them for you. On top of the loaf you find a note that says, "Thanks for delivering the biscuits to us. Enjoy breakfast." Oh, nice. Each ranger gains 1 additional energy in an aspect of their choice for the first round. Oh, wow. Okay. First round. That's really hard to tell with what we want to do. I think the extra energy we need can go into spirit, for sure. That's always one that we have difficulty with, so there we go. So we only get that for the first round, which is fine. Okay. How kind of the people. So we're done with this for now, so it can be set aside. Now, we have 2 ongoing missions. 1, which was to collect enough prey to lure out quiet. We needed a grand total of 5 or more presents of prey set aside. And then, travel to a no location. We currently have 3 presents. So a Sitka doe, Sitka buck, and latrinal. I could find an answer whether or not these go away, but I imagine since it's only been a day since we collected the lure and the material to lure, that we're good at dressing and preserving the parts of the prey animals that we needed. So we'll see if we can pick up any more, but it's not really our priority because when we journeyed up to the Northern Outpost, we repaired it, we discovered that Lunn, the outpost trader, was missing. We're actually able to track him just down to the Golden Shore and recover him. So our deck at the start of this course consists of 3 random valley cards because it's not a pivotal location, and the rest of the woods deck. But of course we're missing some because we've got the doe and the buck in there. So our job is to get Lunn, who was injured. We got to escort him back to a ranger station. So we have a choice here, because Lone Tree Station and Northern Outpost are both ranger stations. So I think we probably want to deliver him to the closest one, just to the Northern Outpost. We could take the lake shore and go through the mountains here, but I don't know if that's a smart idea to go all the way back to Lone Tree. I mean, there's probably some missions back down here, and then we can sort of head down to the south or something. But this gives us some options of where we might want to go. So I think, though, that rather than trying to do 2 of these trips, we should go up to the Northern Outpost to drop him off. We don't want to be carting him that far just in case something goes wrong. So what this does is, start of day. Okay, so we've got 1.47 start of day on the mission itself. Okay. It was late when you found them, and you were forced to stop for the night. Now that it's light out, their injuries are looking even worse. No other rangers have shown up, and you grimly realize that you need to get them to a station today if they're going to stand a chance. Put the mission subject into play with each ranger of your choice. Attach rescue to them. Do not read their entry. Okay. So yeah. We need to get them to a safe place before they expire. So I think that the quickest route is going to be going back up to Northern Outpost. Okay, but first, of course, we have to travel away from here. So he's persistent because we have this, and so he's going to hang out here with us within reach. We're going to do a quick shuffle here. So I'd be interested to know from anybody out there who has been watching these, if they're playing Earthborne Rangers, how their campaigns are going. I know I've seen a number of videos out there of campaigns being run. Mostly 2-player, but some solo. I'd like to know how people are enjoying it. I really enjoy this game. Like I think it's quite fantastic. Okay, so we're going to draw our starting hand. One, two, three, four, five, six. So make sure we have room for everything here. Can be seen. Okay. He's persistent, so he goes within reach. Let's move these down a bit. Okay. Of course, arrival setup. Well, we should check what we have here. Hidden Trail, Bold, Inventive, Art. Oh, both copies of Artel's fishing rod. Okay. And a Leaf in the Breeze. Sure. So we have to draw a path card. So it's a Sitka Buck. Within reach. And then flip this over. I think I'm going to keep these. This should be fine. Should be fine. We want to leave here fairly quickly, so let's see what that does for us. Okay. So start a turn. Get another path card. Oh, it's Prowling Wolf Hunt. So what do we want to do first? Well, we know we want to bring out our vaulting rod, so we will use one vaulting rod to pay for the other vaulting rod. That has 2 counters on it. What's next? I mean, we're not fatigued, so we don't need to get rid of anything. We could just try and traverse, like, right now. Which should not be that difficult to do. So I think that's going to be our option. So it's got a target of 1. We need 3 to put on it. Yeah, we're not getting much out of the spirit this turn, unfortunately. So we can contribute 2, and we're going to use bold for our traverse. We're going to do this to ignore the fatigue from the Wolfhund. And as long as we don't get a -1, then we just pass it right away. Oh no, we can still get a -1, sorry. So we put enough into it. So we've got 3 progress on there. And sun. So what happens with sun? Nothing here, here. Ready another Prowling Wolfhund? There isn't. If there's another Sitka Buck, there isn't. If Northern Outpost is the current location, discard 1 neglect from location. It's not, so nothing happens. Okay. We do take 1 fatigue from the buck. And I mean, we could fish to get that 1 back. I think we might as well. Because it is a water card. I'm just fishing over top of the Wolfhund and the buck before we travel. Okay. So awareness 2. Has conflict. I have no conflict cards. So we just need a 0 here. And we got it. Alright. So we're able to fish. We soothe 2 fatigues, so we get that 1 card back. So persuasive. Into our hand. And 2 more progress and a water card, but that doesn't matter because we're going to be traveling from here anyway. Sun, nothing happens with sun, and this is going to shuffle. And then we are going to rest. And then we are going to, we draw 1 for resting. The Paratrepsis whistle, that's pretty good. But we're going to take this opportunity to actually to travel here, so. Away we go. Okay, so we'll be right back. We're going to be traveling back to the Northern Outpost. So Woods will stay in the deck, and then we'll get Northern Outpost and the generic Valley cards out of the deck. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We have traveled back to the Northern Outpost. We arrived and we drew our path card, and it's the Caustic Mulcher again. This guy just won't leave us alone. I'll flip this over. Now this place is already tidy. We fixed it. It is no longer neglected. But we have to, when we arrive with Lunn, arrive at Ranger Station 1.46. Alright. Rescue Lunn. Lunn has been moaning with every step you've taken for the last few hours, and you're getting worried. But your worry turns to relief as you see the ranger station in the distance. Only a short time later, when you're tending to his injuries, The analgesic bomb relieving his agony. Thank you so much, he says. When I get back to the Northern Outpost, I can offer you almost anything you could ever want in trade. Return Lunn, Outpost Trader, to the collection, complete the Rescue Lunn mission, and write Saved Lunn on the campaign tracker, and then we soothe 2 fatigue. Okay, well, we didn't have any fatigue anyway. So, let's make note. Saved Lunn. So we've done that one. Now, the question is, it says it goes back in the collection, but this is where he is. So, arrive at location. It would make sense to me that he doesn't just disappear, that he actually goes back into the deck. I mean, I'll have to look up to see if that's all right, but I can't. It wouldn't make a lot of logical sense if it didn't. So we're done with our rescue mission. Okay. And of course, if there's no neglect on the location, if you saved Lunn, 41.1. Lunn is wearing his oversized cloak, still with the damage from his close call. My friends, it's so good to see you again. Oh no, we didn't meet him. Sorry. That's 41, not 4.1. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there's nothing really to say there. Yeah. Okay, so it's fixed up. So now we gotta decide what we do here. So Lunn is a trader. That might be really good to try, because we rescued him, to try and find him and get some stuff from him. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put out our Paratrepsis whistle. It'll keep us from suffering injuries from predators. I mean, if there are any. So yeah, I think we got to find Lunn and have a little chat with him to try and get some more equipment. Okay. The problem is, of course, Caustic Mulcher. We're not currently snatched by it. There's nothing really to do with the outpost other than just to leave, which is not something we want to do yet. We can't put up Hidden Trail. Yeah, it's nothing we really need to do right now. So we're going to rest, pull this back. Oh, we should have started with another card. Let's roll that back. That was from when we arrived, and then we had start of the round. Oh, okay, it's the Wolf Hunt. Okay. Yeah, but still, there's nothing we need to do. We just need to find Lunn as he ran back into the ranger station. So we have to, I guess, wake him up to do some trading. Okay, so we are going to rest. We're going to draw a card. So Calming Presence is good. The Deep Woods. Feature Flora. this is note 40. The evergreen woods of the northern mountains consist of massive rotting cedars intermixed with silver firs draped in hanging moss. No light filters down from the canopy, leaving the forest floor a gloomy cathedral, crowded by or with tree trunks and lichen-covered rocks. You can't see more than a few meters ahead, and all around you, the forest seems completely quiet. Okay. We can hide there to hide from predators. That's a lot to get through, to be able to move away from here. But we're not moving away yet. Again, we're still looking for our friend. So I am, however, oh yeah, we didn't have this anymore because that was a bonus from the first round. We are going to put well, I think I did that the wrong way before. I shouldn't have spent Artel. Yeah, you can't spend that card. I was thinking, for some reason I was thinking Marvel Champions. So this actually should not be gone from our hand, and we would have spent fitness, which we didn't need to do previously. Okay. Just had to roll that back a second. I was thinking Marvel Champions math logic rather than paying for resources. Okay, so I'm going to put Calming Presence on the Wolfen, so it's no longer a predator. I don't feel like there's a lot else to do. I have enough to put Hidden Trail onto a location. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Hidden Trail onto the Northern Outpost. Let's just move this over a little bit. So what that means for us is, in response, when you travel, if this trail is attached to a location, travel to a location up to 2 paths away. Use the terrain of the second path when building the path deck. So we can basically skip over, like if we wanted to head back to Lone Tree Station, for example, we would be able to go to here and then use Mountain and Lone Tree Station. We could skip over that entirely, but it just takes more traverse to do it. It's a grand total of 7 now. But of course we have all this stuff in the way. We could start traversing, but the mulcher is a problem at the moment. And again, we're still trying to find our friend. So I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think there's much else we can do. So we're going to, oh, that should have gone down because we did rest that time. We do have Leaf in the Breeze, so we could put some progress onto Hidden Trail and then use Leaf in the Breeze to dodge 3 cards, which is all 3 of the cards that are in front of us. So that might be good. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to traverse. Might as well use the rod to add a 3rd one. So we're going to test Threshold to 2, so we just do not need to get a -2 here. So -1, so we still do it. So we're able to put two traverse onto these. Well, they're together, so let's put it onto that one. Or 2 progress, I should say. And we'll spend one of these to do a leaf in the breeze, so that we can dodge 3 cards. We're going to dodge all 3 of these. Okay. Now, crest. If there are 2 active predators, there are not. If anything's grabbed, no. If you have 3 or more fatigue, no. Okay, so nothing happens there. Okay, so we are going to rest. Draw a card. This flips to the midday sun. Got walk with me. Okay. And draw a card. Overgrown thicket. That's an obstacle. So that's a thing we have to clear. Okay. So what could we do here? We could travel into the deep woods. So that's awareness plus traverse to hide in the dense undergrowth. Success of 3 though. Which would allow us quick access to hunt. Maybe we hide. Okay. We're going to hide here so that we don't suffer as much fatigue from here. Because we'll take a ton of fatigue if we try and progress. So I think that's what we're going to do, and then we'll try and do hunt over here. Okay, so we're going to use awareness. We have no... So we need a +1 here to be able to succeed. Hey, look at that. We got the +1. Excellent. So we move our token to here. We dodge the effects of the Prowling Wolfhound. I'm going to use walk with me because oh, that's not a traverse test. That was a hide test, so never mind. Although, because we're up here and we're closer to the Northern Outpost, we could succeed. Oh, but we have to get rid of the overgrown thicket, because it's an obstacle before we can ever travel. Does it matter to us? I think that we want to traverse. Oh, so we still have to do all this first. So I'm sorry. So discard 1 from this feature. It fatigues you, so there's nothing there anyway. Exhaust this feature. Search the path deck for the next predator and put it into play. Okay. Okay, so there's the wolf hunt. And then mountain doesn't do anything else. So I think we can traverse the obstacle. So let's try and clear the overgrown thicket. Putting in 2, so hopefully it's not a -1. Oh, it's a flat. Cool. So we put 2 progress on this. Then we play Walk With Me. So after you succeed at a traverse test, add progress to it being equal to your effort. So we're going to put 2 progress on, on what? I mean, this thing, I think the wolf hunts are the most dangerous. Especially if we find him. If we find Lunn. All this to do some trading. Okay. I think we have to rest. Stands up again. One comes on here. We draw a card. So we have Familiar Ground. Okay. Add 1 harm to a flora and 3 to a trail. Interesting. Nice. What's a flora? That's a flora. Okay. Draw another card. It's a Sitka buck. So many animals out here. Okay, so what are we going to try and do? I think Familiar Ground is pretty valuable. So we're going to pay 1 out for Familiar Ground to add 1 harm to a flora. We're going to do, oh yeah, we cleared this, so that's just gone. Yeah, so we put 1 onto the woods and 3 to a trail. So that is a trail. So we're good for that. We just need 2 more onto Northern Outpost to leave here. What test do we want to do? We could traverse, but we need a +1 to be successful. think that's a thing we want to do right now. Again, we're trying to find our friend. It just seems like a waste to not do anything on this turn. But it's a test that may not work out in our favor if we're only committing one to it. But then other events could happen here that could solve some of our problems. Okay, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to try and put some onto the Northern Outpost. So it's going to commit one and hope we get a +1. No, -2. Okay, well, we failed that one. Alright, so we're going to suffer fatigue. For that, if there is another active being, exhaust it and attach it to this biomeld. Okay, so let's move this one under the mulcher. If there's an active Cicado, the buck charges. No. If you have 3 or more fatigue, exhaust to suffer 1 injury. No. Okay. At least that allowed us for the mulcher to snatch up one of the wolf huns. And then this has to get shuffled. And I think we're going to have to rest. I'd like the wolf hun to go after the Sitka buck, to be honest. Don't really think there's anything else that I can do here. Just want to find Lunn. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a rest. Draw a card. It's the field journal. Can't use that anyway. Nothing else was exhausted. Okay. Path card. Hey, there he is. Okay. Yeah, so we need to clear him. And we need 4 to do it. Is there an easier way to do this? No. We actually just have to connect to him. But because we're over here, we won't suffer anything. Oh, to move that up. We don't suffer problems. Or we don't suffer fatigue. Because it's not between us and the target. Okay. Well, we might as well try. Commit 2 to this. I mean, it's just connect. Always, he's a presence of 2, so we need. As long as we don't get a -1. There we go. We got a 0. So we're halfway there. Okay. So sun triggers, so we suffer fatigue. If there's another being active, exhaust it, and attach to this biomeld. Okay. The other wolf hun gets snatched up. Okay. If Northern Outpost is the current location, Lunn begrudgingly gets to work, discard 1 neglect. Well, it wasn't neglected. If there's another active Sycambuck, there is not. Okay. So we can't do that again because we don't have the resources for it. So we are going to have, there's nothing else really we can do. Yep. So no exhausting hums there. Oh, we get Riri. That's great. Surveying is a fantastic ability. And then this goes to 3 and it flips over. Now it's a perfect day again. Okay. Path card. Sunberry Bramble. Okay, well that's good so we can get rid of some fatigue, which is good. However, I'm going to instead put out Riri. We're not surveying. I'm going to do 1 harm to the buck, because that's a prey animal that could be useful for us in the future. Can't pluck anything now, and then we will try and connect with Lunn. So we need a +1 to do this. Oh, all right. Dig it. We're getting lucky this game. Okay. So that's going to put 4 on him, and that's going to clear him. Okay. Okay. Lunn eagerly unfurls his canvas roll, revealing his collection of found objects. See anything you like? Lunn asks. I'm happy to trade for anything you have. If it wasn't for you, I might still be lost in the woods. Each ranger may search their ranger deck for gear and add it to their hand. Then each ranger may return a gear from their hand to the collection. If they did, then they choose a starting gear card from the collection that they meet the stat requirement for and add it to their hand. This alteration is permanent. Huh. I don't know if this was worth it. Well, there's only 1 gear left in here, and that's the Paratrepsis whistle. So that says we can add it to our hand, then return a gear from their hand to the collection. Oh, alright. So that's interesting. So that means I don't have to have 2 copies of the Paratrepsis whistle. I can take something else that I meet the stat requirements for. Huh. I only have one equipment slot left, though. That's the problem. Because this all happens before we trigger the mountain. I mean, there's a lot of equipment. We're going to take a quick pause while I do some shopping. Be right back. Okay, we've done our trading, and we traded one of our Paratrepsis whistles for an Orland Thumper gear tech weapon. Comes in with 3 pulses. Fitness plus conflict, use 1 pulse, strike 2 with a pulse of kinetic energy to add 1 harm to a being and exhaust it. If you fail, discard 1 progress from that being. If you cannot, it fatigues you instead. And because it only costs 1 for us to put out, we're going to put that out right away. Okay, so we're fully equipped. We can't hold on to anything more at this point. So, Lunn's been cleared. We're done with that. Let's see. We have to take care of this. If it added progress, add an additional. It didn't. Exhaust this feature, search the path deck for the next predator and put it into play. So the Deep Woods gives up. Oh, there it is. If there's an active predator, exhaust it. Add 2 harm to it, then add harm to this being equal to the predator's presence. Okay. So, it showed up, jumped on the Sitka buck, which has been killed by the predator. That can go under our lure because it was cleared. Or not cleared, but yeah, no, it's clear, but it wasn't cleared by us, so. If there's an active prey, well, there isn't any more because I got eaten. Okay. We could try the traverse test now, although we only have we only have 1. We'll take 1 fatigue from the bramble, that's fine, but we can avoid the... Oh no, we're up here anyway. We're at the... We won't suffer anything because we're so close. Okay, well, we might as well try that and hope we get a +1. Nope, -2. Hey, that happened before. Okay, so it failed, that's fine. Sun, if there's another active being exhausted and attached to this biomeld, oh my goodness. Oh, active being, oh no. That's us. Oh, that's a problem. That is a big problem. Okay, considering nothing else will happen with that, and this gets shuffled. Okay. Alright, I think this is where we need to use our thumper to get out of this problem. Alright, we're going to have to rest. draw a card. It's Homeward Bound. Okay. Oh, that's interesting, because this one still had progress on it. We could move all progress from a being to a feature. Oh, it's not a feature. Never mind. So we can't do that. Okay. We have to rest ourselves out of this thing. To get out of here. So that's what we're going to have to do. So fitness plus conflict. I can commit that. Do I commit both? It's a 2. No, I'm going to commit 1. Persuasive would allow me to take fatigue to add that back to my hand, which is a thing I think I'm going to have to probably do. Okay. So that's, oh yeah, this went down. 3. Oh, we rested, but we didn't bring out another card. It's an overgrown thicket again. Okay. Which is an obstacle, which means we can't leave until we clear it. So we're committing 3 to this test. Okay. Well, we still made it because there's rest 2. So we are off of that now. Thank goodness. I'm going to take fatigue to bring this back to my hand. Mountain. If the test added any progress, no, it did not. There's nothing on here to discard. Oh, this should not have been exhausted anymore, but now it will be. So we have to look for a predator. I don't know if there are any more. Yeah, we have almost everything out here now. It's interesting. What happens if the path deck exhausts? I have to look that up. Okay, so all that happens is that you shuffle the discard into it. And there are no more predators. 2 of them are being munched on by the mulcher, so. Okay. So we got out of that mess. Thankfully. Oh, that's not. There we go. Okay. What's next? We can't homeward bound now. We can't go to the thicket. Can we soothe some fatigue? Yes, I think that's the thing we're going to have to do. First, we're going to have Riri do damage to the wolf hund. Then we're going to pluck. Target is 2. We don't want to fail this, so we're going to commit a full 5 to this test. So 6, so that was way more than enough. So put 1 harm on that. We soothe 2 fatigue and get 2 cards. That's good. Field journal, inventive. Okay. I guess I could have just invested 1, but I don't think it really would have mattered. Okay. So crest. If there are 2 active predators, oddly enough there are not. There's only 1 active. Add 1 harm to each being attached to this biomeld. So luckily we got out of that just in time. So harm, harm. And nothing else happens with crest. We're not going to pluck again. Because we don't have the resource to do it. We could have done it twice, but yeah, I think we're going to have to rest. Oh, no. No, we'd have to traverse. We don't have the resources to do it. Okay. It's going to rest. This goes to 3, so it flips over. This has been a much harder go of it than I've experienced previously. Okay, Thura. Encounter card. Or path card, I should say. Another overgrown thicket. Oh my goodness, we can't even go anywhere because of these things. Oh, well, we do have the vaulting rod to exhaust 1 obstacle. Let's have Riri get rid of the wolf hunt. I'm going to make sure with obstacle 26. You cannot interact with a card if a ready card with the obstacle keyword is between you and that card. Okay. So I could travel back to the deep woods again. And hide there. That's a tricky one. Because I don't have the traverse or the exploration cards to do that. I could do a pluck since I have those resources. And then hunt an obstacle out of the way. And then try and traverse. I think that's probably worth it. Okay. Now I think this turn We don't want to be fatigued by it, though. Oh, it's because we can traverse those. We don't have to use hunt. Okay, so we're going to spend these 2 to pluck. Do we have any focus to spend? Yes, so we're going to put 3 towards it, so as long as we don't get a -2, good. So we pluck that, that's going to clear that. We get card back. So we get Persuasive, and that's cleared out. Next, we will try and clear oh no, we gotta do mountain first. Discard 1 from this feature. There isn't one. Exhaust this feature. Search the path deck for the next predator. Well, we know that there isn't one. Okay, so we're going to try and get rid of one of the overgrown thickets. We have no energy to throw at this, though. Yeah, we have so much conflict. Amazing. Okay. So, we're going to try and clear this thicket here. What do we commit towards it? 2 fit. Oh, we got 3? Cool. So that's going to clear that one. Anything else for mountain? This is already exhausted. There's nothing on that one. Fine. Okay. I don't think there's much else to do. So we're going to have to rest. Draw a card. Deeper Understanding. Okay. Another card. Hey, it's Lunn again. How you doing, Lunn? Nice to see you. But Lunn is not our concern. Getting rid of that overgrown thicket is our concern. So it's nothing we can do to hunt with Riri. We just need to go right for getting out of here. So I'm pretty sure when an obstacle is exhausted, it doesn't count, because we can use our vaulting pole to jump over it. A ready card, yes, excellent. Okay, so we're going to finally use the vaulting pole to exhaust the thicket. And now we just need to traverse and hope that we don't get a minus. Okay. Nothing else we can contribute to that, I don't think. No. Okay. Okay, so there's the last two. Onto that. We are going to dodge the 3 from the Caustic Mulcher, but we will take 3 from the deep woods, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3. Don't think there's anything else we really need to do here. We don't need to trade to Lunn again because we have nothing left in our deck to trade. Yeah, so I think we're just going to be traveling from here. We're going to travel back to, I think we're going to travel back to Lone Tree Station. I think we're going to go back to our starting point. I don't think there's much else that we can do. We're down to 1, 2, 3, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. We have nothing new to equip, so we could exhaust ourselves by what good would it do us? So if we travel back to Lone Tree Station, we're skipping over, because we put Hidden Trail on, we're skipping over Aatrox. So we'd go Mountain and Lone Tree Station. Is there any benefit for us to arrive there? Let me think about it. Only 7 cards left in the deck. When you successfully travel, the group can decide to camp. Okay. So I decide that I'm going to rest. I'm going to draw a card. So another deeper understanding. This is going to go up. We don't draw one because we're not at the start of the turn. Yeah, so we're going to decide to travel. So we're going to go... Oh, you know, we don't necessarily need to go back to Lone Tree Station. We could actually skip all the way over here to the Fractured Wall. Because that's entirely new, and then we can, in another session, work our way down to the Spire. It sounds like a cool place. So, yeah, I think that's going to be our game plan. So we're going to travel down to the Fractured Wall, but we're going to camp. So we didn't get quite as much done as we would have liked. We spent all of our time here at Northern Outpost trying to find Lunn and then get away from it. But this allows us to skip over having to go to Mount Nim and allows us to get to the Fractured Wall. It sounds like a pretty cool place to me. Or we could, oh no. No, that's what we want to do. We don't want to go back to White Sky. We're going to go down to here. So we're going to skip Mount Nim right to Fractured Wall. So we'll make note of that. So where we end up, and we're going to camp after we travel. So it'll be entirely new, because I've never seen anything in Mountain, and certainly have not seen anything for Fractured Wall before. So. We will be at Fractured Wall and Mountain. All right. That was pretty good. I mean, that's some. I consider that just to be sort of like a fast travel route. We found a hidden path to get there. makes moving around a lot faster. So it's not. I don't feel like it's a total. We got a little bogged down trying to trade with Lunn. Didn't turn out that trading with Lunn was all that useful, but we did get a new card added to our deck, and we have progressed. Of course, next time things start to get a little stormy and there's a downpour, so slogging around in the rain, I think, is going to be up for day 4. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching. That was a lot of fun. Not as much movement as we've had in past games, but yeah, that's that mulcher. I'd like to get away from it. It keeps showing up in our games. Okay, anyway, so thanks very much. Let me know what you thought of the game, and until next time, happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching Longship Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It will really help the channel to grow and improve. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when more Longship Gaming content goes live. Until next time, happy gaming.